Well, good morning, YouTube, or I should say good afternoon. Matt M. Roy back again. Back to with another garage sale pickups video. Like I said in my previous vlog, I did go out to some garage sales today, and boy, did I have a good time. Actually, Mom went with me, and we went to 5 different garage sales and 3 estate sales. And this is the bulk of the items that I picked up. Without a doubt, the best find of the day was the very first garage sale that I went to. I found these 2 plastic Ziploc bags filled with Game Boy Advance games, systems, and everything. And I paid $15 for the 2 of these. I'm going to go ahead and open these up and show you exactly what I got in there, and I think you guys will be impressed. Wow, guys. I mean, just wow. I hadn't actually had a chance to go through everything. I just assumed that the games that were included were the games that they had loose in the Ziploc bags. Boy, was I wrong. When I opened up these 2 cases that came with it, I found that both of them were stuffed to the gills with Game Boy Advance games. So this is pretty much everything I got, and I am just shocked. I'm going to go through each of these titles really quick, and I'm going to have to look through this later on because, I'll be honest with you, I really don't know what all this stuff is worth. Those of you that are more into video games than I am might be able to shed some light on it. I'm going to definitely do some research later, but let's see what games I got with this. First one is That's So Raven. Groovy Games. This is some kind of Barbie game. Crash Bandicoot, and I can't really read that. This is The Huge Adventure, I think it says. Lizzie McGuire. We got Dragon Ball Z Supersonic Warriors. These are the ones I'm really excited about. I have Super Mario World 2, or Super Mario Advance 2, Super Mario Advanced, Super Mario Brothers 3, also called Super Mario Advance 4. Got Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Medal of Honor, let's see, this is Metroid Fusion, the Namco Museum, which I'm hoping has the Pac-Man games on it. That would be really cool. SpongeBob SquarePants, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. We have Star Wars, Jedi Power Battles. For some reason, another copy of the Namco Museum. Frogger Adventures. Tack. And this one is The Power of the Juju. I actually had that game for the PlayStation 2 back in the day. Mario Kart Super Circuit. We have Knight's Kingdom. Another Crash Bandicoot. This is the End Traced. And then I have 3 Game Boy, actually 2 Game Boy Color games and 1 regular Game Boy game. Guess we can start off with Donkey Kong Land 3. Then that's the 1 Game Boy game I have. The other 2 look like Game Boy Color games. Croc 2, and I have Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. The label on that's kind of messed up. So, I mean, this is insane. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, got 16 Game Boy Advance games, 3 of the older style games, and then I got all these accessories. This is some type of charger. I mean, I'm just assuming that you must just plug it in like this somehow. I haven't really looked into it, but I mean, that's really cool. Now, these are the 2 Game Boy Advance SP systems I got, and oh, look at this, guys. There's 1 more game in there. I didn't even see that before. Let's see if I can pull that out one-handed. And this one is Donkey Kong Country, so can add another game to this collection. They're in decent shape. They're obviously owned by kids. The screens are not perfect. They have some scratches and things in them, but they do work. They are not the later ones that have the better backlit screen. These are the original ones, so playing this in any type of significant daylight is very hard, but they do work. I did try a game in each of them. This is the silver one, and this is, of course, the red one. I think the silver one was one of the girls, and the red one was for the boy. Again, decent shape. The screens have some scratches on them and a few smudges, but other than that, they do work just fine. This over here is just some sync cables and probably just some extra accessories. I'm Looks like this has some extra buttons. This probably goes to this. This is one of those things, actually I left it in the bag here, that you actually put it on front and it gives you like a better D-pad, gives you better gameplay. You just go ahead and stick that on the front of the Game Boy Advance. And I got the 2 cases there. And then last but not least, I have 2 regular household chargers and 1 car charger. So yeah, guys, this entire set here, this entire Game Boy Advance pickup I got for $15. I am totally stoked. I'm going to spend some time tonight looking up the value of some of these games, and who knows, maybe in the near future some of these will be out for trade. So let's go ahead and continue on. At one of the estate sales, it was actually starting to rain when I went to this estate sale, and they were just getting ready to close up. They didn't have anything super great. You could tell it was an older gentleman that lived there, had a lot of tools. And then down deep in the corner, I found this. This is another one of those Panasonic cassette recorders. This is similar to one that I reviewed probably about a year ago. It was marked $6, but everything there was 50% off because they were getting ready to pack up. Looking at this, I haven't done any research yet, but looking at this, I'm guessing I'm dating this somewhere around 1970 to like 1972, just by the style. The model number on this is RQ-209DAS. It does run on AC or DC power, and I did check the battery compartment. There is no corrosion that I can see, so I don't think anybody's actually let batteries corrode in here. That's very good, because a lot of times when you get electronics this old, a lot of times they've left batteries in there over the years, and they're just totally destroyed. It did come with the original AC plug, which is really nice. The other one I picked up did not actually have this, so I could probably use this for this one and the other cassette deck that I picked up. And well, probably the coolest thing that I got with it is, yes, the original microphone. And this does have the remote control capability. So basically, this one here will stop the tape. If you turn this to the off, it'll actually pause the tape until you turn it back on and start talking again. But I think this is going to warrant its own video in the future. So that's all I'm going to talk about regarding this. And also, I got 2 of these really cheap Gemini MP60 tapes. This one was actually loose, and as you can see, it's about halfway used, so I'm thinking somebody might have actually made a recording. It'll be interesting to play that back. I think that's probably what I'll do when I make the video of this player, but for $3, I could not pass that up. And last but not least, I found from another garage sale a few other items. Got this Windermere, I would guess this is maybe a 3 or a 4-inch fan. Does not oscillate, but it's in really good shape. It's probably an older one, I'm guessing from the late 80s, early 90s. It's got a off, low, and a high speed, so no medium on this one. But I think I'm going to go ahead and use this in the TV room. It is adjustable, so I can get it to the right height for me. And it does put out a lot of air, so got that for $2. Not too bad. I also picked up one of these Linksys Etherfast 10100 LAN cards. Now, as most of you guys know, I love my vintage computers, and it is getting harder and harder to find Ethernet cards that are compatible with pre-Windows XP systems. And this one I picked up for $3, which is definitely a fair price. As you can see, is specifically made to work with Windows 2000 Professional, NT, 98, or Millennium. And a lot of the newer cards I have a very hard time finding drivers for. Well, this actually comes with the installation disc, so this is nice. I have an extra card if I need to replace the one. Probably the next one to be replaced is going to be in my HP Pavilion over there, the one that's running Windows 2000. I'm guessing just by the date, this is probably made sometime around the year 2000. But as you can see, it's a good quality one. It's made by Linksys. It is full duplex, so you could theoretically get up to 200 megabits per second, but my switch is not set up that way right now. Let me see what else it says. Works with virtually all major operating systems. Well, that's a given. These will pretty much work with anything as long as they're Ethernet capable and have the drivers available. So yeah, for $3, not a bad deal. Next thing I picked up at the same sale I got is this Fuji Fine Pix, I think it's called. Let me see. Yep, Fuji Fine Pix AV. This is just a basic camera. I paid $3 for it, but it does do high definition and panoramic pictures. I might do a video on this. I may not. It just depends. It does work. I turned it on there and it does power on just fine. The one thing I did notice is the little hinge here that holds this side of the battery compartment down is broken, but really doesn't matter. It still stays shut because it has the hinge on the other side. And last but not least, I hit the mother load when it comes to cassettes, and I'm just going to go ahead and dump these out, and I'll go through them real quick because I want to make sure this video isn't too long. First thing I got, the Drifters Golden Hits. Got the Bee Gees Gold Volume 1. Got 25 Jukebox Greats. These are all hits from the 50s and 60s. The theme song, the soundtrack to Stand By Me, which is an excellent movie if you've never seen that, starring Will Wheaton and River Phoenix from the mid-'80s. It's actually based on a Stephen King novel. 20 collector's records from the 50s and 60s. I actually looked at this one on the way home, and I actually listened to this, and I was really impressed at a lot of good songs on that. Amy Grant, this is the Unguarded album. This has a really good song I like on here called Find a Way, which I'll probably be playing later on today. Patsy Cline's 20 Golden Hits, and that is an excellent tape. I actually have another copy here at the house, but I play them so much that I figure if I'm going to wear it out, might as well have an extra. And these cassettes were only 50 cents a piece. Got the Mamas and the Papas, 20 Golden Hits. Really good music on here. I haven't listened to it yet, but I always love the Mamas and the Papas. You guys can pause the video if you want to read a couple of the songs that are on there. This one's from 1973. The Big Chill original motion picture soundtrack. I've never heard of the movie, but again, a lot of really good music from the 60s and 70s. Some Smokey Robinson. You got the Temptations on there. Marvin Gaye, and Aretha Franklin. Alright, I have the soundtrack to Good Morning Vietnam. Another very good movie from the late great Robin Williams, starring the late great Robin Williams. A lot of good music. Again, you can pause the video if you want to read that. Got some stuff there by the Vogues. Let's see what else we got on here. The Beach Boys. So yeah, a lot of good music. An unopened, still sealed Peter, Paul, and Mary in concert from 1984. Is that 84 or 64? That actually says 1964. But I know the cassette's newer than that. But man, never been opened. Still totally factory sealed. I have Whitney Houston. This is her... I believe this is actually her original album because I don't actually see a name on there. And it says New from Artista. See what songs we got on here. We got You Give Good Love, Thinking About You, Someone for Me. Yeah, I can't wait to listen to that. And I'm almost done here. I am running out of tape, and this is the very last thing. This is The Four Seasons starring Frankie Valli. This is kind of interesting. On one side, it has all their original hits. On the other side, it's rap versions of some of their songs, which I thought was very interesting. If YouTube would allow me, I would play them, but unfortunately, due to copyright restrictions, that's probably never going to happen. Well, these are my pickups for today. I'm going to start losing my voice from talking, but that's okay. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.